Nigel, I'm the MD of Simonstone Engineering. We work in all industries, from oil and gas, petrochem, water industry, materials handling. We have some weird and wonderful projects that we've worked on, and that was primarily the reason for getting into the 3D printing, to rapid prototype some of our designs before we showed them to the client, and to test some of our designs to ensure that that we were heading in the right direction with each project. And it gave us more confidence to send solutions to our customer, and also to ensure them the solutions rather than just a paper drawing or a 3D CAD model where they could physically hold something in the hand rather than looking at it on the screen. We got better feedback from the clients because they could see it. We weren't just dealing with engineers, we were dealing with operators. Not a lot of people, not everybody can read an engineering drawing, they can be quite complicated, but if you've got something to hold in your hand, it made the process a lot quicker and slicker for us. We have the 3 Ultimaker 3s, which had just come out when we first purchased them. It was the new kid on the block, so to speak. We bought the one machine, and we just it was user friendly. That was the thing for us, because we're not 3D printing experts. We're more design engineers. We didn't want to have to spend lots of time on training and understanding how the machines worked before we could get results. With this particular machine, it was results from day one. It was super easy to use. Within a couple of hours, we had it figured out and we had it running. And they just don't break down, so we invested again and again until we've ended up with a small, what we call the print farm. So this first project started off as R&D, and we ended up using this as an end user product, and is actually installed on machines now. It's a safety system developed for the Western Handling Corporation for high-level access platforms. It was reported that there was multiple accidents of entrapment and operators being crushed. So we worked closely with Westerns. We designed this system, which basically bolts to the upper rail of the handrail system. There's several of these along the rail. There's a striker arm, and when it comes into contact with any overhead beams or obstructions, it sends off an alarm and cuts the power to the platform to stop anyone getting crushed. The tooling for injection moulding for this particular piece was in excess of £20,000, whereas we could print these almost overnight. By the end of the week, they'd have a full set very cheaply. From there, we also ended up printing the cable system that they use at Western Handling. And again, the setup cost for the moulds for printing these was extremely expensive. So we talked with Westerns, not so much mass producing, but we offered a service where we could print 100 of these items, a week, and that was more than enough for what they wanted at a price that they were more than happy with. So they'd no initial costs for tooling. And that system is still operating now. One of our clients does a lot of polyurethane moulding, and 3D printing was something that was quite new to them, certainly. So we were asked to develop some moulds which are normally machined aluminium components. So to 3D model them and CNC machine them can be an expensive process, especially for one-offs. So we went to the client to suggest that we could possibly 3D print the moulds, depending on the temperatures of the polyurethane that they were going to be pouring into them. So we did this as an initial trial, and I think this mould alone has done several hundred moulds. We've kind of borrowed it back just because we're going to do some R&D on this and try and make it a better thing. It's been designed so that it does come apart quite easily when the polyurethane is in there, just by tapering faces and putting radiuses in corners. Obviously we have to put a release agent in there as well to assist it, But again, yeah, they've got some great results with that, and the next one we're looking at embossing the company's name into that product, which again will be another expensive process for machined aluminium. So yeah, both parties happy on that job. This particular project, this was just a visual aid, and the project was a certain village in Wales that recently has been flooded twice due to the leakage from a very old cast iron water main. So a 36-inch water main that spans across a valley where this village is situated in the bottom of the valley. The bends at the top of the hills had started coming apart, creating some pretty catastrophic flooding in the village. The first time this happened, they were promised by the local water company this wouldn't happen again. Unfortunately, it did happen again. So we were approached by a very good client of ours who wanted to take this kind of work to assist them with the design of how they could overcome this problem. The design involved lining the pipe with stainless steel and welding the sections in position underground. We did the design drawings and calculations for that project, and as a bit of a visual, we decided we were going to rapid prototype an aid for them to show the client how we proposed repairing this section of main. United Utilities were impressed with the fact that we created this model, and it was asked that they could borrow the model to show the residents at a local residents meeting what this company were going to do to that water main to ensure that this could not possibly happen again. I believe the meeting is in the very near future, and we're looking forward to hearing back, from United Utilities. Hopefully this little bit of kit has ensured that our client gets that project, and we look forward to moving forward with them on other projects. It's also raised their awareness to 3D printing. We've already been asked if we can supply 3D prints to some of the other complicated projects that they're working on. So yeah, it's been, again, good all round really.